Back on the news. LASIEC opens centers for persons living with disability to get registered. Hello and welcome to the news at 7 on NTA Lagos Channel 10. I am S.A. Omaka. Now the news in detail. Ahead of the July 31st, 2022 deadline to wrap up registration of eligible voters across the country, the Lagos State Independent Electoral Commission has designated special centers in the 5 divisions of the state to speed up the registration of persons living with disability between July 25th and 26th this year. Musa Toliat reports that the announcement was made at a media interactive session jointly addressed by the LASIEC and Office for Disability Affairs in Lagos. The report.
Although there is no reliable data to ascertain the number of persons living with disability in the state, what is certain is that the Lagos State Independent Electoral Commission has set aside 2 days to get the disability population registered and process their permanent voters card in real time.
We give preference to people, special people like this, because we think it's necessary we don't waste their time. So I want to assure you that the 2 days will be well taken care of by my able engineers to make sure they are well captured.
This move is born out of partnership between LASIEC and the Lagos State Office for Disability Affairs to ensure persons living with disabilities are allowed to exercise their franchise during the general elections in 2023 and beyond.
It's an improvement. I've observed about 3 election cycles as a future leading myself, and the last one I remember very well. This is vast difference, knowing that on the portal you have room to specify the nature of the disability. That is step in the right direction.
We're happy that INEC has been forthcoming, has been responsive in making deploying their men and personnel across these centers, to ensure that people with disability are adequately captured.
An online portal has been specifically provided to assist fresh registration of persons with disabilities, while those who cannot use the online portal will be given priority when they visit LASIEC office. In Lagos, Musa Toliat.
Nigerians must be sensitive to the use and abuse of technology, especially social media, in human trafficking. This was the agreement reached at the boot camp for states task forces on human trafficking in Abuja. Adebola Brooksland reports.
The expanded global usage of technology encouraged by COVID-19 pandemic, observers say, has increased activities of human traffickers using the internet to identify, recruit and control their victims. This boot camp, a peer-to-peer exchange of experience and joint learning exercise, is to further expose strategies used by perpetrators.
We will also work together in enhancing our capabilities to collect and share intelligence with each other and to develop protocols for action.
Cases of suspected human trafficking are being reported across the country, as indicated by National Agency for the Prohibition of Trafficking in Persons, NAPTIP.
In September, we'll be launching what we call NAPTIP alerts to enhance rapid investigation and prosecution. So once a child is abducted and that abduction is reported to NAPTIP, NAPTIP now releases an alert, and that alert will be shared amongst the Facebook news feed of people that live within 160 kilometers radius from when that child was last seen.
Coordination and harmonization.
Jose Antonio Zhang, from one of the development partners, told me what he hoped to see.
We should operationalize the already inaugurated stakeholders. Number 2, we should coordinate ourselves to do more. And number 3, partners that we are working with NAPTIP, we are together. We meet and we coordinate our support to NAPTIP.
The boot camp is in commemoration of the 2022 World Day Against Human Trafficking. Adebola Brooksland, NTA News.
Members of the Ohaneze Ndigbo Lagos chapter have disassociated themselves from Chief Solomon Eugene, who, according to them, is no longer the leader of the union. The Ndeze made their position known while addressing journalists in Lagos. A report.
Chief Solomon Agwene, former president of Ohaneze Ndigbo Lagos State chapter, according to these concerned members of the union, was impeached on the 9th of June 2022 following allegations of misconduct, violation of the union rules and misappropriation of funds, and as such no longer has a stake in the leadership of the union.
You see, when I was small I used to hear power intoxicate, and absolute power intoxicate most absolutely. I've seen it now in Solomon. Person that already been impeached and sacked is no longer relevant to the government and to the community.
Igbos in Lagos said no, it can never work. We have our bylaw, we have our constitution.
People that are guided with customs and tradition, and that's the essence of Ohaneze Ndigbo, especially in Lagos, where the Igbos are thickly populated. We have the most populated Ndigbo, both home and abroad in Lagos State.
The members, who emphasized that the tenure of Chief Solomon Agwene has also expired, charged the general public to desist from having any dealings with Chief Solomon Agwene as regards the Ndigbo community.
He is no longer the president of Ohaneze Ndigbo Lagos State. He ruled or reigned for 4 years, and that is what we usually do in Lagos State.
His tenure has ended, so another person has to come up for the office.
It is no longer, and he can no longer operating himself as the president of Ohaneze. If he continues, he sees himself as impostor.
Meanwhile, a communique issued by Ndeze at a joint session of Ohaneze Ndigbo also notifies Lagosians and the state government that a new president of Ndigbo in Lagos State has been elected in a free and fair election, which was accepted by all members. The new president, Chief Sunday Osaye, whose duty it is to pilot the affairs of the Ndigbo community for the next 4 years, has been sworn in since the 17th of June 2022.
Meanwhile, residents of Agondongbon village of Ikorodu area of Lagos State are calling on the state government to come to the rescue over the unlawful demolition of their ancestral property within the community. Adobe Obichina tells us more.
These residents are counting their losses and devastated as they wonder in pain if they would ever recover from the shock of seeing their investments of years brought down into mere soil in few minutes as some armed marksmen pulled down several erected structures. Speaking with some residents, they called on the state government to look into this as they've been forcefully pushed into the streets.
And many of them have built their houses here and they are here. Look at it now. Some of my now, they are houseless. The children couldn't sleep. This is the rainy season. We should have humanitarian feeling, whatever we are doing.
They now brought out, they cover their faces, they now come to this place, they destroy so many things. I was even sharing tears and been telling them, please, you people should leave this place. They now say they want to kill me. Then I just waved. Please, you people should help me because I don't know what to do. I'm tired of this kind of a thing.
I believe governments will give us a notice. They should come and mark it and made us to understand that there's a problem here. But all of a sudden, they just came here, they demolished all the property, which is a surprise to me. I even learned some people are in the house, they almost even want to cross them together. I don't know whether it's still Lagos State has sent them or they sent themselves. We want to know, we demand justice. My greatest surprise there, I was called last week Wednesday. Mr. Godwin, they have to see me now in my site. For me to get there, all my property was demolished. Everything that I have, that I've been hustling, my life investment was there. Look at it. books that I put money from the banks. Everything is there with me. On my way getting to this side, everything was demolished. When am I going to start? When am I going to start in this place? Please, what I'm here is that please, Lagos State government, people should help us out.
The Baale of Agodobo village spoke on their plight.
All of a sudden, we are in the community. We just see a caterpillar coming to our community with some policemen and some thugs. And we asked them, what are you coming here to do? They say this place is a government land. I said, how this place is government land? Do you have any demolition order to come and demolish house here? They say it's from Sanwo-Olu. And I don't know how Sanwo-Olu will know this place and say they should come and demolish our buildings here. Many of the people here living here, they are old people. This is inside the village. They demolish house there also. I don't know what they are doing to come and demolish our houses.
They are therefore calling on the state government to come to their aid in helping them get back their land that have been sold out to the buyers.
This is the office of the Land Ministry of Land. All efforts to speak with the public relations officers to about it as means of communication between the land. In Lagos,
it was a moment of reflection of hard work, resilience, commitment, dedication and accomplishment as management staff, pupils and parents of Resourceful School gathered to celebrate the 20th anniversary and graduation ceremony of the school. Ometere Chedu tells us more.
The management, pupils and parents were beautifully dressed in traditional attire to mark the 20th anniversary and graduation ceremony of Resourceful School. The pupils thrilled the audience with lots of educating presentation, music performances, choreography, drama and cultural dance. The director of the school, Folagboye Amulegbe, and his wife, Grace Amulegbe, says it is a landmark, adding that the school started as a daycare on the 25th of January 1995 and has blossomed into a national trove that has raised brilliant and independent minds.
We had our tough time, our thin time, our so many difficult times, but today we rejoice in the fact that we are affecting lives.
The journey was so smooth, so good, so nice. At the same time, it was full of challenges. But to God be the glory, we are where we are today, happy and greater.
Some of the guests who came to felicitate with the school on the milestone attained speaks.
I wish the school all the very best. It has been a very great impact to the growing ones. And to those kids, the school is the best, out of the best.
We have been able to come this far as a result of their tolerance, perseverance, and commitment to what they actually believe in. So I think I strongly believe, I hope that the school will be growing from height to height.
We want people to believe that there is gold in the slum and the diamond in the sound. Education is all right regardless of wherever you may be coming from. And it's a good opportunity to bring a quality education to a location like that.
It was also time to appreciate parents, teachers, and pupils that have distinguished themselves. Resourceful School is located at number 16 Tokosi Street, Orile Gomu, with a mission to educationally bridge the gap between the underprivileged and the affluent by creating optimal delight for learners. In Lagos, Ometere Chedu, NTA News.
Let's now join Intani Egbe for some business news.
You're welcome to this week's edition of Commodity Market Report segment of our news.
It's been all over the place that we as a people are bedeviled with high inflation. This is too much money chasing too few goods. With this concept in mind, the goal of this segment is to track, compare and inform you of prices of commonly purchased food commodities in our markets. I'm in Samiegbe, and this week we are reporting from Iriakari markets. Please join me as I go in to converse with people of the markets. Located at the Oshodi Isolo area of Lagos State is Iriakari market. It's a market where various commodities are traded on a daily basis. Iriakari market is greatly patronized by residents of high environs. The cost of living crisis, which has led to widespread conversations about the continuous increase in food prices, formed talking points during the visit to the market. Here are what some leaders and people of the market had to say.
So most times, in fact not most times, every day we go to the market, things keeps increasing. Number one reason is transportation. You know, fuel issues in Nigeria, you know how it is. So you don't expect them to spend more on fuel, and when they bring the goods down here, they will sell it anyhow. It's what we buy from them we're going to sell, so it's not our fault.
What we are thinking that is responsible is this dollar. Dollar increases and it affects everything.
No, it don't cost well. You say na Boko Haram, he never cost am. Say na people he go for do something for this thing for farm. Go and kill am. Because from the cost well everything.
Those were some reactions from some respondents at the market. Next up are prices of some food commodities sold at the market.
We sell 900. We sell 900 before. 1,000. Now it's 1,001. For today price, we don't know of tomorrow. So, you know, we have different types of beans. Yes, so what's this? I have Oloti. Oloti is 2.5. Lotu. 500 for this. Is 2,200 for paint. Derica is 450.
It's 2,500 1 kilo. Okay. I'm some the price. Some like
shower is not 1,000 naira.
1,000.
Yes. Anla. That if it's big one, might be 1.5. Okay. But if you are buying one like this small size, it will be 500. Or below as the size is.
You just listen to prices of selected food items. As the cost of living crisis continues to escalate, almost everyone seems to be feeling the heat in the country. For this reason, prices of some commonly purchased food commodities from other markets within the Lagos metropolis have been compiled for shoppers who hunt for bargains but live outside the Oshodi Isolo area of Lagos State. Please closely review the tables coming up. Due to its many benefits, marked by its richness and fullness of flavor, we continue this series with the health benefits of palm oil. Palm oil has been an important type of oil for several millennia. However, over the past several decades, it has become one of the most produced oils in the world. Palm oil is rich in antioxidants, one of which is vitamin E. This vitamin is critical for keeping your immune system healthy and for helping your cells communicate. For this reason, our price analysis this week revolves around palm oil, an extremely versatile oil made from the fruit of the African oil palm. From our chart, where the purple bar represents the first week from the second quarter of the year and the lilac bar represents the third week from the third quarter of the year, it's safe to conclude that the price of palm oil surged by 23.1% at Mile 12 and Onigbo markets, increased by 15.4% at Mushin market, and rose by 21.4% at Boundary market at Ajegunle. It's a wrap for this week's edition of Commodity Market Report. Until we come your way again next time, I'm Tami Egbe. Thanks for watching.
Thank you, Ntami. And that concludes the news at 7 on NTA Lagos Channel 10. Many thanks for your time. I am Essie Omaka. Up next is Entertainment News with Dami Okolocha. Do not go away.
Are you looking for spacious, serene, beautiful and comfortable